All right, so we go radar picture over the last 12 hours. We see a few showers that tried. I think we're going to have something similar today, where we see a few showers that try, but that's about all. Current conditions, 76 in Tallahassee. We're at 73 in Thomasville. We're at 74 in Valdosta. But we do have that breeze out of the northeast to make it feel maybe a little less uncomfortable out there. Topped out at 90 yesterday. Probably going to end up someplace close again this afternoon. And that's fairly common for this time of the year, right where we should be. For the month, we're sitting at more than 5 inches worth of rain, but that's actually about 1.5 inches behind schedule. So that once surplus is now back into the deficit column. We're about 1/4 inch behind. 74 right now at Camilla. It's 72 at Mariana. Bainbridge at 73. We're at 75 at Perry and 72 at Monticello. We can see Harvey still bringing all kinds of rain, especially for the East Texas coast, and that's going to extend into more and more of Louisiana today. We'll continue to watch it, but a lot of our focus is actually going to shift from the west to the east as we see if any of that energy around that next potential tropical system can spiral back our way. I think we're going to have a lot of clouds for today, and parts of the Florida Peninsula socked in with all the moisture extending from that little bit of energy that is starting to take a little bit more shape. Can even start to see a little bit more of a circulation beginning with it. So I think as they continue to investigate this today, perhaps later on today, we will start calling this one Irma. Here's the information we have on it so far. Winds are at 35 miles per hour. It is barely moving at all, and that's why it's so rainy across the Florida Peninsula and parts of the East Coast. But far enough away from us where all we're doing is getting a little bit of that northeast breeze. Over the next couple of days, it should pick up forward speed and race up the East Coast, staying away from all the major cities. That's excellent news, but we'll watch and we'll see that cone certainly does include some of the big cities and parts of the Carolinas. So things to watch with what should become Irma while we're still watching Harvey to the west. Usually we get towards Labor Day and things are getting real active. Middle of September is when we get past the peak of the season, and certainly this year's tropical season has been very busy. Winds on the waters today, north and northeast 8 to 18. We'll call that breezy. Seas 2 to 4 feet. We're finishing up the high tides just after 8 o'clock this morning. 70s, more muggy, sunrise 7-12. This afternoon, I do think some spots will get 90, but I don't think everybody does. And I'm only going to put the rain chances around 30%. I don't expect a lot of showers, similar today to what we had yesterday, maybe a few sprinkles here and there. Tonight, low 70s, still on the muggy side. And as we go through the next couple of days, the afternoon temperatures probably stay around 90 or in the upper 80s. The tropics are still busy, but it won't be as hot, especially with that breeze out of the northeast for another day or two. And then depending on what the remnants of Harvey do, and that could be by Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, well, then that might affect our forecast a little bit more. So it's going to be a very changeable forecast outside of, say, 48 hours. But for the time being, around here, we're doing all right, guys.